Howdy. Howdy, y'all. How is everyone doing tonight? The dumpster fire is burning, and it's burning right behind me. I'm still trying to get away from a sickness. You can still kind of tell it in my voice, but otherwise, I'm on the mend. We're all good there. I want to let you know Five will not be here tonight. He's off in Mexico. He says it's for his sister's wedding. He's probably off to get drugs or some shit. I don't know. Probably had a bad deal with a cartel. I understand completely. But otherwise, there will be no bald. So rest in peace to the bald man. But considering his giants, he's always with us in spirit, if I say so myself. I mean, hey, with how bad we are. But in the meantime, we do have a show. I did want to let you know, guys, no politics tonight. I'm not going to mention anything. So try to avoid that. I mean, you're not here to deal with politics. There are a bunch of other streams you can watch that shit on. So I feel like in the meantime, we're here to talk about some football. We're here to talk about some hockey. We're here to talk about some great plays. But in the meantime, we have a tier maker to go to. And look at this fine tier maker right here. We have several fine divisional tiers, whatever you call it. First tier, obviously, they get Super Bowl, which is where Steelers go off to. We have the division winners, your wild cards, football hell, and 3 different tiers of trash today. We have the stanky trash, which is just your general form of trash. You have flaming garbage, which is even worse. And somehow I could probably have another tier. And then the specialty tier today is Malachi Corley trash, who pulled a Deshaun Jackson. Not good. Deshaun Jackson was you do not pull a Deshaun Jackson. Kyle Pitts nearly did it, but he wasn't. They didn't have the right camera angle. So Malachi Corley was stupid enough to do it, and this is probably how he felt afterwards. Do it for him. It might come back, might not. But let's go over a few super chats before we begin. The King Barrel Maker. Kamala who? Donald who? No, Kamala's the wrestler and Donald Duck. I was told that Caleb Williams would make America great again, so I voted for him. I mean, honestly, unfortunately, they might make Matt Eberflus the Secretary of Defense. I don't think you should do that. Justin Ziegler, tree, play round ball rock. Oh, we got a tank off, boys. Get ready for super heavy tank bull Germany. Final clause from Versailles. Don't you know? Das für einen super Tankstufen. We bring out the best Tankstufen. Brocken. Für einen Sieg geschafft. Das überschlossen. Das Fuck ist mein Lieblingsfuck. Ja. Einen Giant versus einen Panther. Der Trabant, der Schiedstüffel. Der Breakdown. Der Asshole. Der Scheiß, ja. Glorious, der Scheiß. Poor Germany. I know, right? An atrocity happening in Germany. Who the hell would that would happen? Poor things. Very, very poor things. Such is life. Such is unfortunately life. Oxinator with a membership for a month. Thank you, brother. Extremely nervous about politics, but thankfully this will help get my mind off the election for a bit. Also sad that the Bucs didn't get a wide receiver. Falcons didn't get an edge either. But, I mean, the Bucs, here's the thing. Baker's playing his heart out. I mean, he's doing it with Cade Otton, Jordan Palmer, Sterling Shepard, and fucking Ryan Miller, who when I think of Ryan Miller, I think the great hockey goalie, not a tight end. Justin Ziegler, Tree, I'm getting 2 live feeds. One is Happy Valley and is measuring salt levels. The other is Franklin slamming something. Are you getting these feeds, Tree? Hold on. Actually, unfortunately, I think I am getting a live feed of James Franklin's goal line philosophy against Ohio State when he had 2 chances to score touchdowns at the 5.
I slam my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
Every fucking time. Penn State cannot beat Ohio State or Michigan. Every fucking year. This is why I don't want Penn State or Notre Dame going to the playoff. That's why I didn't want to expand it, because you have pretenders like them every fucking year. Remember, Penn State almost lost to USC in Bowling Green, so it's not like this is out of the ordinary, but I mean, every fucking year. Every fucking year. I'm sick of it. And I hate Penn State. Like, fucking do something. But honestly, they should keep James Franklin as a Pitt fan. I'm totally not salty because they should have the egg against SMU. Christopher Bodden, hi Tree. Thanks for joining us for a membership for a month, brother. Is the KC 24 season the same as 20 Pitt? I don't think so. Your defense is better. I mean, there's a lot of Deus Ex Machina and bullshit, but your defense is a lot stronger. Plus, you have a lot. Your quarterback isn't completely falling apart at the seams. You have a better offensive line. So I think you're not the 20 Steelers. I feel like you're more of the New England Patriots, I feel like. Because, like, I mean, some of those drives, they were very New England Patriot-esque. Just dink and dump and demoralize the shit out of your opponent. That's what I got. Instinctive 30. Yeah, I'm going to miss Lattimore, but glad he's going to contender and we're rebuilding. See ya, Dennis Allen. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Oh, dude. I think I got a live feed from New Orleans.
And there was much rejoicing.
Dude, I don't know how the hell he stayed put last year, but, dude, when you lose to the fucking Panthers, I don't care. I mean, you can't even blame injuries as an excuse because Carolina is banged up to hell. They're without their two best defensive weapons, Derek Brown and Shaq Thompson. Don't give me that shit. Ooh, Penguins hit a crossbar. I'm watching Penn's Islanders right now. I'm not watching politics. Fuck that shit. But all I'll say is, if you guys voted, I appreciate you. Don't have to say who you voted for, obviously, because that'll turn into just a civil war. Just say you voted for Jeebus Cross. Jeebus Cross for president. Hey, Jeebus Cross has very strict moral values. He doesn't fall victim to politics or gerrymandering or any of that other stuff. He's just Jeebus on a cross. You put Jeebus to a cross, and most of that time, you'll scare Russia away. Ain't that the truth? And Christopher Bodden, clickbait crew lost. Did the Steelers beat the bye? I mean, if you count some of the trades they made on a bye, maybe. Because the thing, too, is they acquired Preston Smith as defensive line depth and Mike Williams for wide receiver. So it's going to be wide receiver 2 or 3, more go routes for Russell Wilson. They needed a wide receiver 2. No, it's there. Ooh, and Darian Clark, Steelers schedule and election day time for pain. Oh, dude, you want to look at the Steelers schedule? Oh, dude, it's bad. You got the Commies, Eagles, Chiefs, and all 6 of their remaining games after that are divisional foes. And I know Cleveland sucks since he's not as good as they are, and for whatever reason, the Ravens always lose to the Steelers. So that's probably like 7 wins right there. I don't know why, but whatever. And Brian Gwynn, you should put Nick Sirianni in the Malachi Corley tier. Oh, dude, I can. Here's Nick Sirianni every time he goes for a 2-point conversion. Oh, no, the tush push isn't working. What do I do? And all that happened because of a fucking offsides. It's what happens when people get greedy. Get greedy, and unfortunately, you got to catch up for your mistakes, and you got to keep going, rolling the dice, and that's what happens because Nick Sirianni's a fucking hack. Jason Connor for 10. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you all for sticking around for 221 people. You could be watching political streams and melting down and rambling, and this is not ending anytime soon. So I'm not expecting results tonight. There's going to be shenanigans happening for the next couple months. Whomever wins, trust me on this. And Kyle Moran, hi Tree. I'm wondering if it's time to renew Dallas. Oh, don't get me wrong. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Dallas. Quick, I have an idea of what's happening with a certain Jerry Jones right now.
Somebody tell me! Do you hear me? Somebody tell me how he did it! I have to know! I have to know!
And Justin Sims, Tree, I didn't think it was possible, but pretty sure you laughing over the Giants 2-point conversion surpassing Kadarius Toney. Dude, that play never gets fucking old. I love it. I wish we could play that play nonstop, and I would just do this all the time. But I'm going to say it again since I know Five's not here. You miss him yet, buddy? Do you miss him yet? You miss this guy? Because quite frankly, the luster of Brian Dable is coming to an end. It's coming to an end, and unfortunately, I don't really like that in the meantime. Oh, dude, Selvala, let's not talk about the OnlyFans. I am dragging my feet on that shit for the longest time. That's the only clickbait punishment I have left. Fucking hell. Oof. Yeah, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and I'd probably do DeMarcus Lawrence for Micah Parsons. Or I would add Micah Parsons to that credit. That's what I would say. More or less. But let's go over some tier maker. Because I know we all talking about the tier maker. This is what we're all here for, man. And I got to keep focused or else I'll be doing nothing but super chats all day. First game of the night, the New York Football Jets. The Jets Jets take on the Houston Texans. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not surprised the Houston Texans pulled this shit. They have been begging to give games away all year long, and it finally bit them in the ass. And most of that was because of Garrett Wilson. And the Jets are going to pretend that they're still relevant, even though they're 3-6 and they have a tough schedule coming up. I think they have to play Buffalo again, too. So it's yeah. Unfortunate thing is, the only reason they have a chance because the rest of their division is booty cheeks, and they also lost one of those games to the fucking New England Patriots, which is fucking hilarious. But for right now, I am going to put the Jets in stanky trash. They are still trash. They are definitely trash, but beating the Texans, you're thinking, okay, we have some momentum. We're kind of moving around. We can pretend we're still good. That embarrassment's out of the way. We still have some bare semblance of life. Our defense looked good, even though the Texans' offensive line's hot garbage. But you know what really is the situation here? Look at this fucking play.
4-man rush. Rodgers to the end zone. And Wilson. Can he one-handed and stay in bounds?
Do you see that shit? He did the fucking Air Jordan pose on a 3rd and 19 and pretty much won the Jets the game. Like, well, we had at least 5 of those fucking plays this week, and I'm going to go over them all because I'm just sitting there like, holy fucking shit. I'm like, yeah, I might be drunk, but I'm like, whoa, okay. It's something new, but yeah, that's why the Jets still have hope. And they also traded Mike Williams to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, hey, Aaron Rodgers fictionally exiled someone, but Malachi Corley is not sitting. I figured that Aaron Rodgers was going to buy him some concrete shoes. No such luck. But as for the Texans, I think they're out of Super Bowl range right now. I think they're just division. And I think we said this for a couple weeks because they have been begging opponents to win them games, and they have just looked like shit. Their offensive line's fucking terrible. Kenyon Green wasn't good. He's out for the year too. And, I mean, if that O-line's not fixed, you're a first-round exit. Easy first-round exit. So they are division. Next game we're going to go over in the meantime, we'll go over a bit of an ugly matchup, and I mean very ugly matchup. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals take care of business, finally win their first home game of the year. Raiders, I mean, I am definitely tempted to put you in Malachi Corley trash. It's either one of these two because the Raiders are fucking horrible. All they have is Max Crosby. They are still with him, but their quarterback situation's a fucking mess. They don't have a running game. Their wide receiver room's a mess. Their defense isn't good. They're starting fucking Desmond Mitter. Desmond Mitter. He is your answer quarterback now. Do you understand how horrible this fucking guy was last year? He's the one that made the pizza man do, ugh, because he made some of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life. So, my question is, I'll leave it up to the poll. Flaming garbage or Corley trash? 5's in Mexico for a wedding. He's probably getting drugs. You know what? You're all saying Malachi Corley trash. We'll put a Malachi Corley trash. They are the trashiest of trash. Omega, mega fucking trash. Joseph Naharian, does Antonio Pierce get canned? I would say maybe. He's Freddie Kitchens with vibes. I mean, the luster's worn off. He was the right hire to make, but he has not evolved as a coach. I figured there would be an evolution, but he is the warts are really showing. And I mean showing bad. But as for the Bengals, I'll throw them in football hell. They're still at the point where their defense still has a lot of questions. T. Higgins dealing with injury. Still don't have a running game, even though you had one yesterday. Or Sunday, I would say. Joe Burrow's the only reason why they're relevant. If they lose Joe Burrow, they're fucked. And the Islanders are currently on a breakaway with 30 seconds left. Oh, they actually made a save. Yay! Yay, Penguins! You made a fucking save. Yeah, this team lost 6 straight, and they won twice, but it was against 2 of the worst teams in hockey. So whatever. I mean, duty cycle. I mean that's an issue with coaching staffs too. I mean, most of those guys were probably the same crew from McSnake Oil. But I will say that, and I'll say no more. Denver versus Baltimore. Well, we all knew this time was coming for Denver. I mean, part of me figured they were going to upset because the bullshit's real, but I think reality has kind of smacked them in the face. Baltimore is a fucking machine. They are instant Super Bowl contenders right now. They are just steamrolling everybody. I don't have faith in them still because they're paper tigers and they always find a way to shit the bed. But if you keep having games like that, you're a Super Bowl contender. And actually, yeah, you know what? I think they are they Super Bowl or wild card? That's the question. Because the Steelers would probably be Super Bowl too. We're not done trading. But yeah, Denver is I would say they're wild card because they're still 5-4. But at the same time, I think they are a very fraudulent 5-4. Bo Nix is I know somebody was talking about the the stats last week. You play fucking Carolina. Carolina is the worst defensive team in football. And Bo Nix did have his moments, but he overthrew receivers more than a couple times on crucial plays. And let's be fair, with how Baltimore was playing, dude, the only quarterback that can really come back from that is Mahomes. So I'm not really going to put that on Bo Nix. It's just Denver just being raw and very unprepared. So I won't give them that much of a hard time, if we're being honest. Ooh, Cleveland, Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome to the famous Jameis experiment. I love the fact that it's just famous Jameis. He's just throwing picks. He's opening that turnover bakery right in the factory of sadness. It is a perfect match. Famous Jameis is back, and the memes are flowing. Flaming fucking garbage. Oh, dude. I mean, it's not Deshaun Watson. That is all I say about that. Oh, the most flaming of garbage. I hope famous Jameis cooks for an entire eternity because his turnovers are fucking Keno. The most Keno shit. The most Keno of shit I have ever seen in my life. It is the greatest play I have ever seen. And you know, if someone tells me the famous Jameis sucks, here's what I'm going to tell them.
Shut up, bitch!
They should shut the fuck up. That's what I'm really going to say there. But the Chargers, I'm going to put them in wild card. They're 5-3. They're above the Broncos again. They do have a couple anti-tiebreakers. That Cardinals game really fucking kills them. But they're a classic hardball team. Strong defense, pound the rock. Justin Herbert's really good at quarterback, so you sit there. And you also are a very smash-mouth offense. You maul the trenches. You hog time of possession. That's what they did best. And you know what? They did what they had to do. They crushed Cleveland, and that's the end result. That is the reality of life. Oh, dude, Tuesday night action. That's a good way to do it. Fuck the politics. I'm watching the Pens game right now. No politics tonight here, baby. The only politics I'm dealing out is just with life itself. Mr. 5 is out, unfortunately. He's in Mexico for a wedding. So otherwise, I will not be. He will not be here. Let's go over a few more super chats. I do have to say something real quick. Justin Ziegler, we bring out the Jeebus. There's going to be no really bad grittying because I am not 5. I don't have a couch to jump over, but we will bring out the Jeebus as Jerry Boy needs the Jeebus. I think this whole country needs Jeebus right now because it's going to be a fucking shit show. Either the city's burned to the ground or we're going to the Civil War, regardless of outcome. So, yeah, we're kind of fucked. And I'm pretty cynical, but I don't really care that this country needs Jeebus. Jeebus for president. Happy Penn State Day. Not only can you not beat Ohio State that was injured, not only you stuck with James Franklin, but you had play calling that compares to the Giants' 2-point play. I was at the game and the salt was glorious. Oh, yeah, in Happy Valley. There are a lot of Pittsburgh people in Pittsburgh that are Penn State fans. That's why I hate them. They're fucking insufferable. But the reality is, you can't beat Penn State or Michigan. You can never, ever beat Penn State and Michigan. It is It's fucking infuriating. That's how it goes. I actually got to find out where I am here. TKD Man BB88, thank you, Tree, for giving us something else to focus on instead of the circus that is the other big thing tonight. And of course, you're obviously talking about the NFL trade deadline. We'll go over all those trades too. Don't get me wrong. And we're also talking about a big NBA matchup too. Joel Embiid got suspended 3 games because a reporter talked about his dead brother and his son. So it's, yeah, good times. And Christopher Brickner, during the Penn State game, I heard in your voice, you forced a touchback, Penn State. You could do it. You could go down the field and throw a pick inside the 4. Yeah. I know that feeling, dude. It's one of the games. Jason Connor for 10. Thank you again. The best dumpster fire ever. No Giants. Just pure AFC North and Pittsburgh goodness. Love you, Tree Dude. Thank you.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
I know. We're going
to the Super Bowl.
And the reality, every time we beat Baltimore.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
I mean, hey, fuck Baltimore. I agree with that, dude. But there's plenty of Giants fan here, man. Speaking of which, New York Giants versus the Washington Commies. Daniel Jones finally threw a touchdown pass at MetLife for the first time since January 2023. Oh, my goodness. Look, I found a live feed from New York as they finally get a touchdown from Daniel.
And there was much rejoicing.
And then they're going to eat him and sacrifice for Shedeur Sanders. You're not even getting Cam Ward. You're getting Shedeur Sanders, dude. Have you seen that Tank Bowl standings? There are 9 teams, I believe, with a two wins. It is glorious. It is the most unpredictable Tank Bowl I've seen in a very long time. Dude, bring out the tanks. I fucking love it. Do I have a tank sound effect here? No, I don't. But you know what? I do have the bring out the tanks. There's nothing but tanking here, baby. Look at these. I got to actually bring these up. Give me 1 second. I'm totally prepared. I'm totally prepared. Look at these things. Look at these standings. Get the shot, my way. Dude, all these 2-win teams. New England, expect a contender. Jacksonville was supposed to be a playoff contender. New Orleans was supposed to be mid-tier. Carolina, they're just, they're always here. Cleveland expected to be a playoff contender. The Raiders were kind of expected to be here. Not this bad, though. The Dolphins, oh, yeah, you were expected to be a playoff contender. Division contender. The Giants, I mean, we expected them to suck anyway. The Titans fancy themselves as playoff contenders. The Jets are down here. The Cowgirls are down here. Saints have lost 7 in a row, baby. Look at this tanking. This is the greatest, most unpredictable tank bowl I have ever seen in my life. I am fucking pumped. This is what I'm most pumped for here, man. This is not about the winning or the losing or the chaos or the bullshit. The reality is tank fucking bowl. Look at this shit right here, man. 2-win seasons apiece. Oh, and the Giants beat Malachi Corley trash. They are the most trashiest trash I've ever seen in my life, and I think 5 would agree with you. They are the Malachi Corley of trash. They are the Danny Derps of trash. They are the Dave Gettleman of trash. And unfortunately, with all this trash, there's no treasure to be found here because there's just the reality of bullshit itself. Thank you for watching my Tank Bowl. Good night, everybody. And I mean, not good night because I've got so much more to go. Thank the fucking Lord for that. And otherwise, for the commies, you're going right up the division. Right up the division. Marshawn Lattimore. There's been a huge issue in the secondary. Emmanuel Forbes has been fucking trash. He is going right to the bench. You're getting Marshawn Lattimore. He's going to a real team. And if you can't believe the biggest news to come out of Washington, Marshawn Lattimore is a commie. Someone should get the House Un-American Committee. House Committee of Un-American Affairs. HUAC. Bring in HUAC. But I totally fucked up that joke. But if he were employed for Walt Disney, he would have outed his ass so fast for being a communist, it's not even funny. He would be blacklisted from Hollywood. Oh, dude. Commies in Washington. Richard Nixon would have had a fucking aneurysm. Oh, my Lord. Whew. Woo, woo, woo. But let's keep on going here. And Spartan Win, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fun is clickbait going to be for Scooter? I feel like here's the reality.
Oh, wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Can you please explain to me why the fuck you would go for it on a 4th and 3 at your own 40, but not use your best pieces in Dak and CD? You fake a fucking punt? Hey, and they're going to bitch about a ref ball, but the sad reality is you can't commit pass interference on a fake punt. That's the hilarious part. I love it. Fuck the Cowboys. They are fucking shit. They're not a good team. That's the thing. We're not even shitting for trolling. It's just they're about as fucked as Skip Bayless's Twitter account right now. And if you've seen Skip Bayless's Twitter account, it's a fucking doozy. Let me see if Skip Bayless is still here. I want to see if he's still hacked or they figured that out, because it's definitely one of the things of our time. Yeah, it's still hacked, but to push a crypto scam. Replies are disabled, which he has not done. Fuck you, context meter. No, nobody fucking cares. Eat my dick. Crypto, what's going on? And then it seems like someone else really back. And there were a bunch of other tweets too, but it looks like that. But hey, buddy, if he talks to Twitter escorts, show some fucking proof. Show the proof and leave it from that. And that's all I'm going to say there. Dude, I love this tank bowl, by the way. Love this tank bowl. But let's go over Falcons Cowboys. Falcons are definitely division. They are at the point where the Falcons are going to be doing something. They're 2 games ahead on Tampa with tiebreaker. They look like a decent team. I don't know if they're really going to go really far in the playoffs, but that's why you pay Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is the future for you, and he is going to be the one that delivers you to the promised land. He is better than Desmond Ridder. You have a better coaching coordinator than fucking Arthur Smith. That's where you are right now. You actually had a little bit of a pass rush last week, which is something stunning. I think that says more about Dallas than Atlanta, but safely in the division. And Dallas, ooh, you flaming garbage. You are the most flaming pile of garbage I've ever seen in my life. You are one step away from Malachi Corley trash. You are fucking terrible. And not just that, CD's injured. He might be out for a bit. And Dak's out for a bit too. He's on IR. He's going to be out for probably a month or more. Hamstrings are finicky. That might be long term. And in that case, oh, you fucked. You so fucked that you're going to be like Jerry Boy's escort for the night. It is just one of those nights where it's just like, oh my goodness. It's bad. It's bad, boys. Dallas, if I say so myself, I mean, I can't really agree.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, that's Jerry Boy right now. That is definitely Jerry Boy. You know what? Just for that.
Final play, it looks like barring a penalty. Prescott over the middle of the turf.
Zeke got benched. So you know what? He should be the backup center.
And on the last
he got
play,
deactivated.
Needed a miracle.
Center, Zeke Elliott.
Have it on this
Make it fucking happen, Jerry. Make it fucking happen. Because you know why?
How would you describe the culture surrounding this football team?
You know, the culture is actually damn good.
Culture's damn good in Dallas. It is damn fucking good in Dallas. Oh, dude. Inject that shit into my fucking veins. Oh, my goodness. Christopher Brickner for 2. Penn, you could do it. You march down the field. Go to one end and turn over an end. Okay, now you just have to let the Buckeyes run you over when you know they're going to run. Seriously, how do you do that? I mean, that's James Franklin every fucking time. As I said, you cannot beat Penn State, and you cannot beat Ohio State. You cannot beat Michigan. Hey, there's a live look from State College in Happy Valley right about now, especially at what was formerly the Gingerbread Man. Justin Ziegler, Locals, Dennis Allen, and James Franklin. No, Malachi Corley. We have the Malachi Corley trash right here, man. It is bad. New England, Tennessee. One of the games of our time. Drake May actually had a really good play, if I say so myself. It was me see if I can download this real quick because it was definitely something. It was definitely one of the plays of our time. Very much so. I'm trying to find it real quick. I'm totally prepared. I thought I did, but I guess not. Here we go. Let's find it. But it's got to download a little bit and do all that fun shit. But I will say one thing. The Titans, you're both in Malachi Corley trash. You are terrible football teams. The Titans, Quandre Diggs is out for the year. Cushenberry's on IR. Will Levis, I mean, dude, the meme world of the time. And the reality is we still have to do it for him. I mean, the memes are just, they're too good to pass up. More memes everywhere. I mean, Will Levis is just a generational meme man himself, but definitely one of the men of our time. It is truly incredible stuff. But as I upload this Drake May pass, I want you to look in particular at the right guard. They call him Air Jordan. Michael Jordan himself, the former Cincinnati Bengal, was fucking terrible for the Cincinnati Bengals as well, by the way. He's blocking nothing but air. The airiest air in the history of air. And apparently this is taking too long to process. Yeah, you can. Come on. Suck my dick. You know what?
Look at Mickey Callaway! Look at Mickey Callaway! Mickey Callaway is smiling! Fucking Mickey Callaway! Fucking Mickey Callaway! Fucking Mickey Callaway!
I'm just playing that one because I fucking enjoy it. Oh, baby. Actually, you know what? While we're waiting, let's go on to the next one. Hold on. I think I hear something from New Orleans. It's
Oh no! We suck again!
time comes to pay the piper, New Orleans. Time comes to pay the piper. You lost to the Carolina Panthers, who are still in Malachi Corley trash. Bryce Young actually had a decent game. And I'm surprised by that because Bryce Young looked like absolute shit against this team in week 1. But the Saints, they are not good. They outgained their opponent by almost 200 yards. They didn't give up a turnover. They had time and possession advantage. I think they won the last 186 games. That was last happened like that. The Saints lost because they are a trash franchise. And Dennis Allen is a trash coach. And the sad reality of life is...
And there was much rejoicing.
It's just bad. It is a disaster class of a game. And the Saints, Pope notwithstanding, they're in the trash tier. Even the Pope said it himself. I mean, they does do the Saints with the hashtag and the football logo as well. But the same thing is, you got to fire Mickey Loomis. You got to fire him via promotion. That's the only way you get out of this shit. That is the only way you move out from the shit show that you're in and continue on with life itself. Buffalo, Miami. Miami loses a heartbreaker. You needed this one. And I know you've lost 9 in a row in Buffalo now. 15 of 16, I believe, too. Your season's finished, Miami. And I know you're better than Malachi Corley trash. You are flaming garbage. Until you figure out a way to beat teams, your defense manages to stock up. Tua can't outgun everyone, like Josh Allen. It's just not, it's not his play style, especially with that defense. I mean, I do have concerns about Buffalo, especially how slow they start first halves, but Miami needed that one. That was winnable, and unfortunately, they found a way to give up the game, and Tyler Bass saved his job with a 61-yard bomb. Well done, Tyler. Congratulations, you saved your job. Buffalo is easily division. I won't call them Super Bowl just yet because I feel like they have issues in terms of their just overall like first half play, but they're close. I think they still need a little bit more, especially in terms of beating someone like the Chiefs or the Ravens, something along those lines, which they've struggled with over the years. If they get that, I feel like they can pull it off, but they're probably our only salvation from Chiefs bullshit. Let's be completely honest here. Let's be completely honest. Bears Cardinals. Live from Chicago.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is...
Yeah, there's a lot of salt coming from Chicago. They gave up a 50-yard run before half to some guy named Emery DeMercado. He doesn't even sound fucking real. The Bears are fucking trash. They nearly injured Caleb Williams in garbage time because he needs his reps. Yeah, what do you learn in garbage time? He tweaked his ankle. Fortunately, it was only a grade 1, so I think he'll be okay, but Jesus Christ. The Cardinals didn't even break much of a sweat. Dude, I want to put the Bears in stanky trash, but considering their franchise, this is football hell. The Bears are the epitome of football hell. They are just in misery. They can never get out of it, no matter the personnel or situation. And hey, you know what? Worst case scenario, if you fuck up with Caleb Williams, you can use your next coach, you draft your next quarterback, and then fire coach the next year. Because it's worked out well the last 2-3 times you fucking did it, Chicago. That's what happens when you get cheap and you're run by the McCaskies. And I know this is going to be weird to think, but Arizona is leading the division. They are low-key a sleeper team. I mean, they have issues, but they find ways to steal games. They're improving. Kyler has motion. When he gets chemistry with Marvin Harrison, it's fucking magic when it does happen. Their running game's strong. They are division. And I know that's weird to think because, oh my God, it's the Cardinals. You don't do much, but dude, they're there. They're fucking there. The Cardinals are division. What a fucking world. It's fucking hilarious. Christopher Brickner for 5 bones. Dennis Allen leaves a legacy as the 4th best head coach the Saints ever had. That's hilarious. No joke. 4th best win percentage and 4th with a winning season. And you are correct. Jim Mora, I believe. Trying to think who else. There was Sean Payton. And I'm trying to think of the third. It wouldn't be Stram. I don't think that happened there. I mean, I got to go way back for this shit. 4th one with a winning record. It was not Ditka. It wasn't the guy before. It was Haslett. Jim Haslett. You're right. Jim Haslett. Can't believe I forgot Jim Haslett. He just blends in at some rates. But they did have some good records in the early 2000s. It was great. But, yeah, Dennis Allen is one of the coaches of our time. He was a Madden placeholder. He's just one of those guys you fire immediately and bring in like your fake Bill Belichick type. And James Amade, Colts fans, 1 week they want Joe Flacco. Next week they want AR. They should be trying to fire Chris Ballard instead. Hashtag find a stable QB. Hashtag fire Ballard. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised Ballard didn't get fired when Frank Reich got fired. I thought they would have fired him after the season, but I guess, Jim Irsay's a fucking clown who thinks he knows football. And here's the thing. The reality with Anthony Richardson, he is not beating out a fucking Brian Flores defense. Joe Flacco was having trouble with it, and I'm going to say, he's going to run. He was going to go through 2 for 19 again. That's the reality of it. That's just the reality. But you know what? Since we're going over Colts-Vikings, we'll go over another shit show of a game. We'll do Lions-Packers. Oh, dude. I think I have a look from Westchester, New York, where Tom Grossi's stationed. It didn't close. Oh, that was so fucking bad. And I know it's self-inflicted wounds, but that's what Detroit does. They make you fuck up. That was just humiliation, and it kept fucking happening. Jordan Love is the new Brett Favre minus the stealing money from the poor and the dick pic stuff. He is a gunslinger with foolish passes aplenty. Oh, my goodness. Detroit's division, they are actually, you know what? Detroit's Super Bowl. Fuck that. They're just embarrassing foes right now. They are making laughing to the bank. And they are definitely in that Super Bowl tier, as long with the Detroit Lions right now. But the Packers, they're unfortunately still in wild card. And it was a fucking terrible game, but I think at the point where they're on the fringes right now, I think they eventually get it back, but Detroit does that to teams. And it was a rainy, miserable day in Lambeau. Tom was flipping shit. I actually haven't seen the stream yet, but I know he was flipping shit because that's how it happens. And the reality is, I think they wish they had this from Jordan.
What do you want here? Because you got one play. Drake
By the way, pay
May for the
attention
game.
to number 74.
Patting the ball. May scanning. Loads of time. He'll roll. He'll run. A sidestep. He's ready to throw. Nobody's open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh.
Yeah, the Titans imploding. Who the fuck saw that coming? Seriously.
What do you want here? Because you got one play.
At 74, the right guard.
Drake May for the
Look
game.
at him. He's not even blocking anybody. He's just standing there like, He's like me when I was blocking in middle school. Fucking bad. Air Jordan.
He's ready to
Nothing
throw.
but air.
Nobody's open. Into the end zone.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew. But we'll keep going here. Jacksonville, Philadelphia. Nick Sirianni's a fucking hack. How the fuck do you nearly lose when you have a situation like this?
3rd and 6 for Philadelphia. Hurts has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down. Chipping up in the air to the 30.
That's the kind of bullshit. The bullshit's rude. I need to show this again because of just how unbelievable this is.
Hurts has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down. Chipping up in the air to the 30. A gain of 14 for Barkley.
That is how every Giants fan is right now. Just the sheer salt. Remember, these guys chose Danny Derps over Saquon. And I know you're going to say it's Mara, but the reality is you chose Danny Derps over Saquon. And you are not going to live that down for the rest of your fucking lives. But the reality is it kept going because tush push ain't working. There's an offsides penalty, and Nick Sirianni got fucking greedy, so he decides to go for 2. Tush push don't work because, unfortunately, you don't have the key piece of that in Jason Kelce. And I know you're going to say, but he tried to do it again because guess what? When you fail for 2, you have to do it again, so you fail. But the problem is he kept going for it every fucking time. And after the tush push failed, he broke down and decided to get super fancy. And dude's a fucking hack. He cost his team 9 points with his idiocy. Maybe more. And the reality is that he needed to be fired the moment he stepped foot in that locker room. But unfortunately, he got bailed out by high and talent like this.
Nick Sirianni is not a conservative coach, and they didn't like that one.
3rd and 22. Hurts looking end zone for Smith, and makes the adjustment. Did he get the feet in? Touchdown! What?
See, that's why he won. The bullshit's real. Philadelphia is square in wild card right now. I don't trust them for division because they're fucking fraudulent. But not with their players, it's their coaching. Especially the fucking clown they have as a head coach. He's going to cost them in the first round of the playoffs, and everyone's going to see her still like, oh no, how can we do this? Oh, so terrible. No, it's because you're a fucking hack, Nick. Keep throwing your kids in front of the press conferences to evade true questions. That's going to work wonders for you, buddy. You should definitely do that. And speaking of clowns, Malachi Corley trash for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is dying in real time. He doesn't have any fucking receivers. Doug Peterson's a fucking hack, and you're seeing why he got fired as well in 2020. I remember Philly fans trying to defend that man, but enjoy your consultation gig in Kansas City later in the year, buddy. I'm surprised they haven't fired him in bulk yet. They're fucking clowns. Okay. Seattle Rams. Seahawks are frauds. I keep thinking that, okay, they might turn the corner. I mean, you needed to beat LA. You were having a bad start. You were 3-0, and now you're 4-4. You needed that one. You had every chance in the book, but Geno Smith shit the bed. Those last 2 throws he made were those 2 picks were fucking abhorrent. That 3rd throw should have gotten him benched immediately. Like that shit he did with the Jets. That is fucking inexcusable. The reality is Jackson Smith and Jigba's a fucking beast. But at the same time, you're starting to see, like, Geno's a good quarterback, but you see his limitations. You see his limitations, especially behind this god-awful offensive line. They are the worst third and distance team in football. I think they're averaging third and 8.5 or 8.6 for every third down. That is fucking terrible. That means you have no running game and you're forcing passes. Fucking terrible. And that's why the Seahawks right now, to me, are in football hell. They are fraudulent. They are not to be trusted. Their defense has issues too. Tariq Woolen's fucking garbage. But we did get a nice play from DeMarcus Ross.
Nakua shifts to the outside. Stafford, pump fake.
It doesn't have the one-handed catch. It's just one big one, but fuck it. I don't fucking care. You know what? Just for that one, I'll do the sake one.
3rd and 6 for Philadelphia.
Just to fish you off five.
Hurts has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down.
That's life, man. That is fucking life. Oh, yeah.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. They had it all and they fucking blew it. They fucking motherfucking blew it. Rams are still football hell to me. 4-4. They are getting guys back from injury. Did lose Puka Nacua to ejection. But at the same time, I mean, that is the reality of life. The reality of life. A lot of football hell. Only one team in stanky trashed, which is surprising. I figured there'd be more, but I mean, it's a pretty diverse crew. Let's go over some super chats. I am way behind. Demetrius Wilson, Sonic for 5. After what happened in Martinsville Sunday, I'm so done with that locale that is NASCAR collusion at its finest. If you haven't paid attention to what's happening in NASCAR, whoo, boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's manufacturer manipulation. They manipulated so a guy could advance in the playoffs, and it's fucking bad. And you've turned your championship that was already a gimmick into a piece of metal. It's bad. Like, that is the point where you get fan revolts, and NASCAR is going to pretend they did nothing wrong, and they're going to lose fans. They're going to lose even more fans. I mean, you've already pissed off your core base. You're trying to appeal to a bunch of yuppies. You've lost your legitimacy. Why the fuck should I watch you? That might be my next video. Just quick, but like, once again, it's just, this is the shit I was talking about. You want to abandon the gimmicks, and you just have the ultimate downside of the gimmick over the last 10 weeks. I mean, you have Harrison Burton, which should have been one of the greatest stories in NASCAR. The ultimate underdog, last place guy, losing his ride at the end of the year. Wood Brothers hasn't won in God knows how long. They win. But the problem is, since it's the fucking playoffs, he's guaranteed a spot, and that fucks over Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, and Ross Chastain. It happened in Darlington too. And that's the problem. It's all gimmicks. It's like the Carolina Panthers winning a game and making the playoffs. And this is pretty much like a ref ball supreme. They ruled on something else. So Christopher Bell got disqualified for trying to do the Ross Chastain end around. And the sad reality is they're not finding Bubba Wallace literally colluded with William Byron. Like, Byron wanted to get in, and Richard Childress is getting a $200,000 fine, but guess what? He wants that piece of metal. So that's the reality. And Christopher Breckner, Tree, when you laughed at the Giants 2-point conversion attempt, you laughed so hard you briefly sounded like a chicken. I did see that. It was fucking funny. You know what? I might make that a farm simulator where I just I turned myself into a chicken. I should edit that real quick. Oh, dude. You gave me the best idea, Breckner. I love you. Or the Simpsons trip with him being a chicken. Sean Albert. Remember NASCAR's Hail Melon? Christopher Bell tried to do that and got disqualified from the Champ 4 and the most fitting penis in the car door moments. No, actually, you know what? That was actually Malachi Cole.
I slam my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
Yep. 23XI and Front Row are suing on the Chargers. Here's the thing. I mentioned this before earlier. Michael Jordan is not just have fuck you money. He's got fuck you, I'm going to burn you to the ground, and still have enough money to say fuck you money. Remember, he sold the Hornets. He's a billionaire. multiple times over. So, yeah. Reality. And that one guy for 10. Halfway through the Vikings game, the Vikings remembered they were playing football. Also, we're the only competition for the Lions. Everyone else who has played them looks bad against them. There's our next game, Indianapolis, Minnesota. This was one of the games of our time. Fucking garbage football all around. The worst football game I've seen in about 3 hours. Minnesota was trying everything they could to self-destruct, but unfortunately, Joe Flacco relived his old meme of being an arm punt quarterback, and I am very disappointed. It's the saddest thing in the world. And Anthony Richardson would have sucked just as bad, and I know there's a lot of cope in the stands, but yeah, let's be real. Indy, your team fucking sucks. You are football hell. You are the epitome of football hell. I mean, you won because you played bad opponents. Like Chicago couldn't really throw shit against you, and you played fucking Miami. You play real teams, you're 2-6. Don't give me that fucking shit. You're garbage. You have no defense. You're injured to hell. And your quarterback situation, Anthony Richardson's not developing. And you also, Ryan Kelly's on IR too. So that's another big issue. And the Steelers lost to him. So, I mean, that's the legend of Joe Flacco, though. Joe Flacco was elite. And James Amade, also, will Anthony Rizzo sign with the Chicago Cubs again? They don't need a first baseman. The reality is he's probably going to be a Pittsburgh Pirate because that's the kind of uninspired signing the Pirates would do. Because, oh, we need a first baseman. He's big and formerly famous. He'll put butts in seats. No, he's not fucking good anymore. He's injured to hell. He doesn't have any power left. He can still hit, but that's about it. But it's that sounds like a Pirate signing, man. Tony Warren, forgive my lack of ball knowledge as a UK fan, but who do the Cowboys hire for head coach and staff for next season? Oh, boy. I'm going to be quite honest here, man. I think I know who they hire. It's going to be a man named...
How would you describe the culture surrounding this football team?
You know, the culture is actually damn good.
Bruce Allen, man. He is your guy. And Jerry Jones is head coach. Actually, Jimmy Johnson might be head coach. But that strikes me as someone that Jimmy Johnson would take care of. But definitely one of the things. Vikings are wild card because Lions are Super Bowl. But at the same time, that's not against them. They just played like shit, and we will never talk about this game again. Speaking of the bullshit being real, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, I'm just going to put these guys up here because they play like fucking shit. I mean, you couldn't make it a blowout because, you know, the thing with Kansas City, they're just sitting there like, okay, here, take it. Come on. We'll give you a life. It's like the Geico fisherman. It's like, oh, you got the dart. Nope, you got it. Here you go. Nope, you got it. We got to bring in the Jeebus Cross. We got to do this. We got to, that's the only way. We need holy water. It's the only way we expel the demons from Patrick Mahomes and maybe Taylor Swift. And also props to Jason Kelsey for slamming that try-hard cell phone. I mean, if you're talking shit about a dude's brother, what the fuck do you think was going to happen, man? You shouldn't have to apologize, Jason. You did the right thing. Fuck that piece of shit. But Tampa fucking Bay. Lost their third in a row. They did the best they could. They're out of wide receivers. This said less about Tampa, more about Kansas City. They were demoralized on several drives because of just how Kansas City rolls. Baker Mayfield played his fucking heart out. I'll give him credit for that. But it's just the Chiefs' defense and the offense. They're very Patriots-like. They dink and dunk. They just like get a couple yards, expose the soft zone, and then there's a guy wide open in the middle because they're doing a soft press. And then it just that's just Kansas City. That's just the life they are. So Tampa Bay, unfortunately, is in football hell right now. They are 4-5. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're in trouble. They're definitely in that trouble spot. But here, actually, you know what? I'll finish this up. San Francisco is in the football hell. They are 4-4. They are injured to hell. They did get a nice win last week, but it was against Dallas. To be fair, they're flaming garbage. But Steelers, do I put them in Super Bowl? Ooh, 6-2. Do I put them in Super Bowl? You know what? I already have 2 guys in Super Bowl. I'll throw them in wild card. But in spirit, they are Super Bowl. They go Super Bowl, goddammit. Oh, the Super Bowl. So much Super Bowl. Whew. Paradox for 5. We'll go over these super chats and then end it here. Paradox for 5. Saw my first NHL game last week. My Blue Jackets beat the Islanders 2-0. It was real. Oh, dude, hockey in real life is fun. I know the Penguins games have gotten really sterile and corporate, but for the most part, they are fun games to watch, especially come playoff time. You will never forget it for your life, man. If you get the chance, go to a playoff game. I swear to God, they are fucking magical, no matter who it is. An official Gus Rickland. Well, that loss to Detroit hurt, but just have to move on. Surprised we only did a cap dump to Pittsburgh and nothing else. We're expected to try. I mean, Preston Smith is just depth for the defensive line at this point. I'm surprised because he was a big name, but I mean, considering if he is an edge, I mean, he's probably going to be a backup right now to Highsmith and TJ Watt. It says to me that Nick Herbig's going to be out for a lot longer than they think because they've been doing a couple other guys like Jeremiah Moon, who's a practice squad guy. Okorafor, I think, is another guy. I think I forget, a former Atlanta Falcon. But he's like a guy who's like fringe. That's why they brought in Preston Smith. Like the injuries are kind of hurting them on that front. Bragging Rights Sports for 20. Do you think that the Ravens versus Steelers rivalry this year could be as crazy, as insane as it was from 2008 to 2011, given all the moves made by both sides and whether or not Week 16 will decide the division one way or another? The problem is the Ravens cannot beat the Steelers. I don't know why. They should have crushed them repeatedly over and over again, yet for whatever reason they can't win. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Like they just choke, especially that first game last year when they just they should have won by 30 and they kept fucking up. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? But that's some bullshit. It's real, man. AAA for 5. Washington football fans, after 20 years of having crap ownership, you have a good team again. And Snyder doesn't get any of this. Dubs for all, and absolutely dubs for all.
And there was much rejoicing.
Red Rhino 49. Thanks, brother. Fucking the Penguin. Islanders scored. Fucking Kyle Palmieri. The Brazil GP was nuts. Max came back from 17th to 1st. Ooh, Verstappen. Let's go. Norris is becoming the Falcons. And when Stroll got into the gravel trap, I laughed hard. Hey, don't make fun of Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is a pay driver. He has podiumed several times. That's just Lance Stroll. Or is that Crash-a-Pin? I'm not sure. And Bragging Rights Sports, James Franklin equals John Harbaugh. Ooh, dude, how can you say something so controversial yet so right? And Russell Wilson, hey, should I add Tyrone Tracy Jr. to my fantasy team? I would say so. He's going to be the lead back from this point forward besides Singletary. I'm surprised he's still available in your league. He was snatched up pretty early in mine. And Bardock, Scooter probably still says Cowboys are a work in progress. No, he says it's to be determined. It's like not enough evidence. That's the Cowboys. I know exactly how they are. And the King Barrelmaker grade the LAR Seattle refs. I mean, the problem is Seattle did it to themselves. You can't blame the refs for that. You can't blame the refs for 2 really bad interceptions by Geno in the red zone. You can't blame them for a bad defense. Or going for it on 4th down and a 4th and 1. In overtime. Dude, you got to take the fucking points, my dude. And James Franklin beats Ohio State, wants to win the Big Ten and is set for life. I'm a Buckeyes fan. Also, Michigan doesn't look good this year. I mean, Michigan, they lost so many players to transfers, graduations, and Jim Harbaugh leaving. I mean, it was inevitable. They'll get it back. It's just a down year. And Christopher Brickner, again, Browns likely beat the Giants, Raiders, and Eagles if they started Winston, would be 5-4 right now. Oh, yeah, they would. That's what's infuriating the Browns fans. Exactly. It cost them their season because they stuck with Deshaun. He'll get them a few extra wins, but the reality is Cleveland, their season's done. One more Christopher Breckner. Browns fans want Stefanski gone and think he's the problem. Should remember the coaches before him. Stefanski is far better than the other coaches, too. Just look at the previous coach you had before him, fucking Hugh Jackson. They call him Hugh Jackson because he blamed everyone else for his own fuck-ups. And the thing is, Jimmy Haslam's probably going to fire Stefanski. We all know this. It's just the way he works. Starting Giard for 5. If you really think about it, the legend of Tommy DeVito had cost the Giants to get Jaden Daniels in the draft. Keep on derping. Not just that. Remember, they did beat the, I think it was the Packers, I think they beat. Tommy Cutlass, my man. Hey, inarticulate Italian noises. That's great. And Christopher Brickner, Winston 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, still threw over 200 yards. He did throw for 1 touchdown. Great catch by Cedric Tillman. And the greatest garbage time touchdown we will probably ever see in our lives. And James Amade, all the NFC West are frauds. It's a tank division. No, it's a mid-division, James. mid. AAA for 2. Giants fans going to chase Mara out of town for that. Well, Mara is he's fucking ass. I mean, it's pretty bad. Oh, hold on. We bring out a Fitty. I didn't even see this until now. We bring out the Jeebus. Oh, America definitely need the Jeebus tonight. Oh my goodness. We need all the Jeebus here. Jeebus everywhere. Jeebus, give the Bears your power to fire Matt Eberflus. And I said lose in particular because that's what he does. He fucking loses like a bitch. Life sucks, and then we die. Fuck the McCaskey family. I'd much rather hear about all you're doing and see some of the good plays of the NFL, but I'm not giving the NFL any money. Tree is getting ready to yar har hari's fiddle dee dee. I mean, hey, nothing about, Froggy Sasaki wants to play for a small market team. He's not joining the Pirates, but let's be real. We're going to accept random cast-offs like Anthony Rizzo and probably, IKF for another year. Dela Cruz will probably stick around for another year. They'll bring in a bench outfielder who struggled. They'll bring in Adam Duvall or Eddie Rosario and maybe a reliever or two, maybe a low-end starter, and then try to rehabilitate him. I know how this goes for the Pirates, dude. It fucking sucks. Sorry about your Bears, by the way. Connor Akers, Jerry Jones is going all in on becoming Dallas's QB. Dude, if they're bad at this point, might as well see what you have in Trey Lance. Because at this point, you're paying him $5 million guaranteed. And if he sucks, whatever, you get rid of him. Otherwise, it's just going to be, he finally has a chance. Hey, Penguins score. Yay. Malkin from the slot. Yay. Fuck you. Jared Warren for 509. There's growing calls for JS's head in Seattle. His biggest weakness since his hires is appalling and ineptitude with the O-line, and it's coming to a head. The O-line in Seattle's been bad for a while. And the thing with Schneider, he's getting bailed out by the Russell Wilson trade. But the reality is that offensive line is, you have invested resources into it, though. Like Abraham Lucas, Charles Cross. But otherwise, it's just fucking bad. And Sorokin should have saved that, actually. That went through the 5-hole. And Snappy452. The problem on the Chevy side of NASCAR Sunday is Hendrick controls all R&D via Chevy Performance Center, which they own. Gives them God power over every other Chevy team. Play ball or get shut out. Yeah, that's why Hendrick runs NASCAR. Like the France family is just like raking in the cash, but it's turning it into a farce. It's like Penske with IndyCar. It just turns into just a farce. Or Joe Gibbs with ARCA. It's just like one team dominates. Everyone else looks like shit. I get it, dude. I fucking get it. Oh, Roki Sasaki. Oh, Sieben. We already know he's going to the Dodgers. Oh, there's a Blues player injured? Hold on. I'll take a look at this later. Who's the Blues player getting injured? Let's take a look here. Oh, Dylan Holloway. Oh. He took a puck to the throat. Oh, geez. That sucks. I hope he's okay. Fucking hell. Ow. Ooh. It hit him like on the side of the throat, but Jesus Christ. That's the horror. I'm surprised he didn't have him wear like a neck brace, but it's just like, and he still kept going too, which is crazy. Fuck. Ooh. I hope Dylan Holloway's okay. Jesus Christ. Definitely hope he's okay. But fortunate thing is it's not like, hopefully it doesn't turn into another Adam Johnson situation, knock on wood. But Jesus, that's fucking brutal. I hope he's okay. Yeah, 5 is in a wedding in Mexico right now, so you get my boring ass. Yeah, I'm not showing the tweet for that reason. But Christopher Brickner, 49ers to Jerry Jones. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Hey, I've got to look at Cowboys fans going out from AT&T Stadium.
Fucking shit! We're fucking shit! We're fucking shit!
I think every other fan in the NFL is joining too. We're fucking shit.
We're fucking shit.
We're fucking shit.
We're fucking shit.
All in my ass. All in my ass. With a comma. See, I did the comma that time.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
Fuck you, buddy. Fuck all y'all. Firefox for 10. So many good clips from the NFL, the Eagles sideline reactions with Barkey's play. Dak saying we fucking suck, and DJ Moore running off the field mid-play. Oh, dude, DJ Moore running off the field. That was brilliant. I mean, I'm surprised he ran off, which is fucking brilliant. I mean, dude, I have DJ Moore on my fantasy team. I'm fucking pissed with him. I thought he was going to do so much better this year. My entire wide receiver core is fucked. DK Metcalf's been inconsistent and injured. Chris Olave's been injured the whole time. DJ Moore's been a fucking hot mess. Xavier Worthy has like 2 good weeks, and I always have him on the bench for that. It's fucking bad, dude. It's so fun. I did a boom bust mentality, and it's busted. And ultimate, as a Yankees, Cowboys, Blues, and Penn State fan, life is hard. Dude, how are you a Yankees, Cowboys, a Blues, and a Penn State fan? I mean, if you're a bandwagon fan, you think you'd be someone like the Leafs or the Canadiens or the Penguins or something like that. But the fucking Blues? Interesting. And Jim Knowlton, the final super chat of the day. If Scooter and Five do their tank bowl in the dumpster fire later this year, please don't laugh through the whole thing, Tree. And by please don't, oh, dude, I'm looking forward to it, baby. I hope it's a tank bowl. I mean, dude, once again, look at these standings. It's so fucking beautiful. Oh, so much tanking. I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it so much. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, dude. Peyton, don't get me fucking started on this fucking election cycle. I have been getting nothing but political ads for the last 3 fucking months, and it's been slowly ramping up since then. Every time I go on YouTube, it's a political ad. Every time on TV, it's a political ad. I see political ads out there. I am the epitome of a swing state, and it's fucking Christ. Oh, dude, I cannot wait for this to be over, and it's not going to be over, though. But at least I won't get to see any shitty Kamala or Trump ads. And it's the same shit all the time. It's either I'm not rich as hell or Kamala's for they, them, not you. Fuck you. Fuck you both. Fucking cunts. Fuck politics. Not literally, though. Figuratively. Yeah, exactly. I am in the swing state. And it's pretty much hijacked by Philadelphia. It's fucking terrible. It's definitely one of those things. But in the meantime, though, I think we'll end it there. Guys, I know you dealt with my rambling for about an hour. We have the tier maker right in front of you, as we learned before. Five will be back next week. He's currently in Mexico getting his drugs, i.e. going to his sister's wedding. Good cover, brother. I appreciate you. But otherwise, thank you all for everyone who just even joined in for a little bit. Thanks to Red Rhino and Russell Wilson for re-upping for another month, as well as Justin Ziegler, Christopher Bodden, and Oxinator. Thank you guys for upping for another month, guys. We appreciate you joining. Thank you for Hiei, and also thank you to Justin Ziegler for the Fitty Bombs and the Jeebus crosses. But thank you all for joining us in the meantime. Have a great night. And remember, kids, don't get too drunk or too salty. It's not good for your health. Have a good night.